Articulation Radio. Articulation. Articulation.
Radio is very honored to have with us today people. The owner, the proprietor of Lucky Penny Candles are here with us. We have Mr. Dom LaRue on the line. Mr. Dom, how you doing today?
Well, hello. Thanks. I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. I'm honored.
Very good. Good. It is totally our pleasure because, of course, you have such an not only exciting product, but you also have a very inviting product because, of course, and I know that your candles are nice and safe, and I'm going to let you go into, the great production that you all have on it. But as you can probably imagine that, like most people, I love the fact that pretty much your candles people can assure are perfect for any occasion because not only do you already have various products that are already geared towards certain occasions, but people can personalize these. So it's like, this is really, really nice. So my first question to you is, number one, how did you even come up with this? Like, tell us about why you decided to even do it this way. How did you identify this need?
Yeah, absolutely. It goes back all the way when I was a little kid. I was born and raised in Canada, and every summer we used to go to Niagara Falls. And I always liked my parents when they stopped to those small little shops on, I think it was called Clifton Hill downtown, and those nice keychain. It has personalized name on it. And I thought those little personalized gifts were so great. It was so unique. So I always liked personalized gift like that growing up. And candles were also things that growing up in Canada, my mom always had those candles, frequently during the week. She'd light up candles here and there, almost like an aromatherapy sort of ways. And not only this, but growing up also, something we did in my family, we always lit up candles every time somebody was going to a struggle, or so just as a positive thinking sort of way. So candles and personalization was something that was really in my life, but it's not until a few years ago when I put those two together in my experience as a senior e-commerce project manager that I was able to come up with this. So that's how it all started. So my passion for candles, and then also I wanted to do, if you allow me, everybody wants to contribute, right, to do something to help people, but I wanted in my way to create a company based on kindness and being grateful. So looking at those labels, all have beautiful messages. For all these occasions, I wanted to do something that will spread kindness among one another. So that is the three-pronged component of how Lucky Penny Candles were started.
Wow. And people, I know for those of you who this is totally new for you, you're like, well, I want some Lucky Penny Candles. So you already know where you need to go, right? LuckyPennyCandles.com. LuckyPennyCandles.com. And let me ask you real quick, Dom. Now, what year did you get this started? And what was it like for you because I know there are probably some people listening who are like, I make candles at home, or I've always been wanting to learn how to make candles. Tell us about how you got started with materializing your vision.
Yes, absolutely. It took years before the conception, right? So, but typically in 2016, this was the year that I really want to create something, a personalized product that will spread kindness. And I decided to use candle to be the medium, right, to do so. I always I never really made candle. So I started to make candles back in 2016. Now, the company did not see its first door open until last year, but it's been the conception, the engineering behind building a personalized and customized candle online took many years. So yes, a lot of people love. It's a great hobby to make, to make candles. You can make those at home. They're really, really great. In my case, we do custom candles that we do personally. For larger, we also provide corporate gift for a corporation that will order 100, 200, or a few hundred at a time. So we also purchase. We also have a purchase from manufacturer, the largest manufacturer in America, that have there's 4 conditions we do. So if I'm not making it myself in the staff, we have a corporation that not only have a soy blend wax, right? That's very important for us, but they have to be made here in the United States, like all of our candles. And they have to be made with the wick of natural cotton, free of lead and zinc. And the fragrance have to be free of potential hazardous chemical. So that's one thing that's very important for us in the candle making. So if we do that ourselves or we subcontract, we have to have those 4 conditions.
Yeah, and it sounds like pretty much what you're saying is, whatever route a person goes, that they just really need to, I would say, have their process in place and want to be patient with themselves no matter what, because even you had mentioned that even with your process being real streamlined, it still was some years before you were able to grow to have it to where you had the bricks and mortar facility, and that, of course, prior you were doing it online. What was I would say, your biggest motivator or the thing that kind of kept you going when it was hard or when you were trying to find the right manufacturer? And because I know, of course, it likely took a lot of not only sacrifice but also investment up front, because, you're having to get samples from these different places to see whether it's up to par. Tell us about, I would say, one of your most discouraging moments and how you were able to overcome it.
Absolutely. And you're 100% right by saying, all great things, I said it in a different way, but all great things takes time, right? And all great things you will do in life, it seems to be that you'll be challenged. So it's almost expected for a great thing to be built, right, to have some constraints. So one of the constraints, there were many constraints, but one of the main constraints originally was to really give what the customer wants. And the aspect of the Lucky Penny candles is people want customized product. They want to be having the power in their hand to be able to customize every aspect of the candles. And the engineering available, it's not always there. So people wanted to have more than just having a choice, because at first we have 5 different labels. For example, if you choose the occasion, birthday, you could choose between 5 different types of labels with different beautiful wordings. Now, customer wanted to do more. They said, well, we want to put a little message. So that was a challenge. I have to work with the engineers to be able to add a little message. So every candle now, not only you choose the candle labels of your choice, and then you can also put, for example, from Goddess Age, and or something like a preservation message on the bottom. Another challenge, because other customers say, well, we would like to put a picture in the background. We would like to make our own label, meaning adding a picture in the background and our own text on top of the picture. And, of course, I'm stubborn. I'm here to fulfill I want to spread kindness and being grateful. So people put their great message in their own. So I'm trying to provide that needs, but that was challenging because nothing in the engineering I could find out of the box. So yes, it was very a struggle for about a year, but right now this is taken care of. Actually, today we launched what we call the personalized photo candles. So that means you can now upload a picture. Like if you go to Lucky Penny Candles on the homepage, you'll see a picture of my boy. He just graduated a few months ago, kindergarten.
Congratulations,
and I was able to put a picture of him.
Well, big boy.
He's
I'm not a baby
totally
anymore,
grown
Dad.
up with his graduation gown. Yes, and I was able to put congratulations, love you, Dad. And that's what people wanted. But this took me over a year of engineering, a lot of headaches and a lot of work. But we were able to do it. We're launching today. I'm glad to be on your show to promote that and to share that good news. Very, very excited. And we're giving what people want, is the ability to custom make that their way when they want it, 24 hours a day, So very excited.
Wow. And this is people, LuckyPennyCandles.com, LuckyPenny. Candles.com, LuckyPennyCandles.com. You got to get in on this. Don Leroux has gone in and he has done such beautiful work, he and his team, setting everything up for you to where, no joke, you can go in and by the time you're finished placing your order, you can have a high likelihood that your candle is absolutely unique and that what you've got for a person is absolutely unique because you're going in, you're putting your words, your images behind it, or even a picture of you and them at one of the events that you all last attended, or, so for a fact you're giving a gift that they are definitely going to remember, definitely going to appreciate, and something that they cannot find anywhere else. And, we all love having exclusive access to wonderful things. And this is another great offering that you can make sure that you share with your loved ones, LuckyPennyCandles.com. Now, let me ask you real quick. So with all the customization, though, I would imagine that the more you customize, then the higher the price is going to be, or am I wrong on that?
Well, you're right as the sense that that's what it should be, but once again, the struggle is that people want to have more customization, but they did not want to pay more. So we create the engineering that the price doesn't change. So if you just take a happy birthday with one message of 25 characters versus the full candles, we're both putting the same price. So again, we focus on the customer giving the key, the power in the end of the consumer. But no, the answer is no. It's the same price. We're not charging any difference.
That is love. Oh, my gosh. That is love right there. That is love. Now, what is I would imagine maybe like the birthdays are probably your most popular categories. But what is like your, I would say, most popular category that people, or maybe it's probably a just because. Like, what is your most popular category?
Yeah, absolutely. As of right now, if you look at this, everything, birthday is the most, you were right, birthday is the most, the one in demand. We had, when we launched the Mother's Day, that month was the highest selling we had. So Mother's Day was extremely popular. And outside of the otherwise in the season, birthday is the most in demand, and then the rest is a mix between thinking of you and just because and thank you. Many people buy the thank you, and even companies. There's a real estate agent that keep on buying those thank you, and the housewarming. There's different people that even businesses purchase those for clients. So the rest is just a mix, and we're expanding too, right? We're going to do one called Happy Anniversary. Wedding, I love you. So we'll keep on going different one, but we really want to, and I think you will agree with me. I mean, it's a beautiful world out there, but a lot of us are divided. A lot of us, we're so busy with our day job and daily activity, we forget to tell our loved one how much we care about them. So that's why I really want to, even to be able to distance the thinking of you or just because, it's not expensive. We put our prices very low. And people, can take a few minutes without going outside their budget and customize a message to their loved one. So we'll try to give them different ways, but we're very excited about expanding different occasions and keeping growing and serving people. Yes.
Beautiful, and let them know about the price ranges.
Yeah,
let them know about the price ranges.
Yeah, absolutely. Our price for 3 weeks, the regular price are $24.95, and we reduced the price this year because everything is high. I cannot even go put gas in my vehicle and pay less than $80 now. So everybody's increasing their price. In 2022, our 3 weeks are as of January the 1st. Are brought down to $17.95, and we did not change the price. Everything else going so high price-wise, so we don't want the price factor. So we actually reduced by $7 or the price of our 3 week candle. We have 1 week candle starting at $10.95. So we have anywhere from $10 to $20 plus your shipping. So it's affordable.
Wow,
if someone to a gift.
Right, and it's mind-blowing. Pretty much the same price you're going to be paying anyway for a candle. for a good quality candle.
Correct.
You can get it personalized, customized down to the T. It's like, this is really a great
Correct.
value. Wow.
Yeah, we believe so. You know, and if you look online, you can choose the lid. We give 3 different colors for the lid. We put as much fragrance as we can, at least 5 fragrance, and then we really try from the lid all the way to the fragrance to the label. We try to give people the ability to choose what they want, because at the end of the day, it's for a gift, right? You come to Lucky Penny Candles to buy a gift to as an act of kindness. So it's your gift that you give somebody. So we believe you should be the one decided what you want and build it the way you want, right? To please that person with the gift. So yeah, it's very unique, and price wise, there's no barrier in comparison to a candle that has no personalization. So very thrilled to be very competitive on that part for sure.
Yes, amazing people. For those of you who are just tuning in, you're listening to Articulation Radio. My name is Goddess Sage, and I am interviewing Mr. Dom Leroux, and we are talking about his wonderful candles that you can personalize for anyone, for any occasion, Lucky Penny Candles. And his website is luckypennycandles.com, and you can also go to domleroux.com too, DOMLEROUX.com, and of course luckypennycandles.com, LuckyPennyCandles.com, luckypennycandles.com. Now, Dom, let me ask you real quick. Have you had anyone at any time to request or to ask for, even if it was during the beta part of the process or the research and development, where someone wanted a fragrance or a scent or a mix of fragrances or scents where you're like, no, we cannot do that, or no, that would not be, no, we can't put that on Happy. So had you ever got a request for a crazy scent?
Looks like you read my mind. We do usually. They're not that. We don't have much of the crazy requests on that. One of them, another was crazy, but it was interesting to me, right? Because as I mentioned earlier, we do corporate candles. We have a corporate candles division, and that one wanted to do for an event that had to do with firearms. So they asked me if I can do a gunpowder. That's a fragrance, but it sounded so funny. I would say even crazy to me, but because I don't think it smells good. It's like gasoline, Fuel doesn't smell good. Gunpowder doesn't smell good, but I did research, and I did find one. There are essence you can purchase to mix with the wax, and I did. We didn't go through with the order, but
but
there is
like
one.
You haven't run across anything that you've been stumped on yet. It's like, wow, I'm really amazed. I would think that it's like something where it's like, no, can't find it. But wow, interesting. Wow, and it's funny too, because of course here I've noticed that the fireworks here, where I live in Chicago, actually started 2 weeks prior to Juneteenth. And I figured, after 4th of July, maybe they'll stop. But now it's down to every other day. And so last night was the first night where there was not fireworks on the other night. So I've actually gone 2 nights now without fireworks. So I'm thinking maybe they're over with now. And as you could probably imagine, that's what I'm smelling as you mentioned that example of the gunpowder. It's like, okay, it smells like fireworks. Okay, that'll work.
Oh my God! I'll have to make one and send it to you. So if you miss that smell, you'll have one on.
Right. Say when my neighbors finally run out of fireworks. And this is my very last question to you. I know your time is very tight, and I so thank you for not only indulging me, but also giving that free information to people to let them know some of the steps that they may even be able to take for them that are, wanting to take their hobby to the next level. But let me ask you, what is there that you would like to share with the listeners of Articulation Radio that you've not yet had a chance to express to them?
Yeah, absolutely. And there's many things that that I like to share about, just spreading kindness and gratefulness. And then you mentioned Chicago, so allow me. I'm going to be in your neighborhood on August 25th, and I'm saying your neighborhood, Milwaukee. Milwaukee, it's pretty close. I think it's about maybe an hour.
Yes, it is just a couple of hours. Yeah. There's all kind of people that affect us positively, right? For me, Jamar Jones from Milwaukee. I know him through the design. His company is called Forever Media. He's from that area, him and his team, and they are doing a great, it's called Lead the Movement Business Conference. So it's on August 25th. If you're in an area, if you believe in kindness and being grateful, they do a great, a really great conference about inclusivity, right? Diversity, equity, and inclusivity. We need that in this world more than ever, and it goes along with what I believe in: kindness, promoting kindness, and again, being inclusive. I'm a minority myself, as a French Canadian lost in America, and inclusive is really good at heart, and these people are great at conferences. It's a great, but if you're in the Chicago, or, the Milwaukee area near Chicago on August 25th. It's Lead the Movement Business Conference. The website is L for lead, T, and then M for movement, and then conference. So ltmconference.com. It's on August 25th. It's something to really consider to promote inclusivity in the business world. And I think we need all this along with kindness, right? It's something that is very in topic and really great to participate. And there might be some candles, I heard, because we're sponsoring the event. So there may be some candles that giveaway. So you may want to do that as well. Some extra enticement.
Exactly.
Yes, some extra enticement, indeed.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Make it fun at the same time. But yeah, that's one thing I can share. And lastly, keep. We have one life, one shot, guys, and we need to remember all the great people, the great things. People who do great things for us, and remember to just take a minute. If you don't have to do the candles. You can just pick up the call and just say, you appreciate them. Spreading kindness and being grateful. It's really, Harvard Health makes some studies, and it does benefit. Being kind, the act of being kind, it's good for our health and make us positive and so forth. So have some good health benefits, and people need to know we appreciate them, just like I appreciate you, Goddess Sage, to have me today. So thank you for having me. I appreciate for your time, and definitely to help me spread the words about spreading kindness through candles.
Oh, likewise, and we definitely appreciate your coming onto our show. You can easily be like, nah, I know you guys aren't big enough, or no, you're not good enough for me. But no, we are so thankful that, you of course have graced us with your presence, as well as that you've offered such a great product here to society, because of course the thing that I love especially about it is not just the fact that you can customize it down to the T, but mainly the fact that whatever spirit it was given to you in, that every time you freaking breathe, you're reminded of that person's sentiment. If the person is giving you this candle for love, it's like every time you breathe in that scent, wow, so-and-so loves me. If it's for just thankfulness, it's like, every time they take a breath, they're reminded of that sentiment. And I love what you all are doing, and I'm thankful for the opportunities and the connections that you've been able to make, and for your being blessed to have such a strong team that sees your vision, and they are fully committed to helping you realize it, because you all have done such a great work. And and thank you also for sharing the information about that conference. I think that indeed is another thing that's very good for people to not only if they're in the area to take part in, but if they know they're able to travel there, it's definitely worth it, because we cannot have too much kindness, and quite frankly, we don't get enough of attention focused on the kindness, and also the nurturing, the replenishment, and the restoration of our individual beings and our souls, because it does take a lot of work to, I would say, remain positive, optimistic in this society. And so definitely people go there and get that replenishment. And Mr. Leroux, tell them again about the name of that conference there on August 25th in Milwaukee.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Lead the Movement Business Conference.
Lead
the
website
movement. Is LTM, then conference.com.
Beautiful. And people, and you all already know that really what you want are these great candles. And that's LuckyPennyCandles.com. Yes. You want to go to LuckyPennyCandles.com and get you some, because I'm going to get me some. And I'm going to have Joaquin go ahead and roll some more songs for you guys. And thank you again, Dom, for coming on. You know you got to come back, right? You know you're in the family now.
Absolutely.
Especially once we
Thank
get your
so
fragrances all in the house, you know.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. Really, greatly appreciate it.
My pleasure. Listeners, stay tuned. Joaquin's going to roll some more cuts for you, and then we're going to keep this show right on topic.